Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why some students understand concept better just by watching and practicing rather than only listening? Well, that is exactly what we are going to explore today. My name is Marsha Fulina Munjaita and my student ID number is 095. Welcome back and I'm glad to be here presenting to you. And today I will present about the implementation of social learning theory in teaching force and motion. First, let's look at the main idea. According to Albert Bandura, the learning process occurs when students observe, imitate, and interact with others. This means that students do not only learn from the teacher, but also from their peers. Next, what is learned in this topic? In force and motion, force is defined as a push or pull, while motion is the movement of an object. An important concept here is that the magnitude of force affects how fast or how far an object moves. And to make this concept easier to understand, let's take a look at this illustration.
In this topic, students learn about force and motion. Force is defined as a push or a pull, while motion is the movement of an object. The magnitude of force affects how fast or how far an object moves.
And now let's move to how it is implemented. First, the teacher demonstrates the concept by pushing objects with different level of force. And then, students observe the differences in motion. After that, students try the activity in groups, and next they discuss their findings, and finally, they present their result in front of the class. And here is an illustration of how this process happens in the classroom.
In this learning process, the teacher first demonstrates the concept by applying different levels of force. Then, students observe the results.
We found that the numbers increased significantly.
And as you can see on our chart, the results confirm this trend.
Next, the example in the classroom. For example, in the classroom, students push objects using small and large force. And then they compare the result and discuss them in groups. And let's see a simple example for this activity.
They compare the results and discuss them together in groups. This helps them understand the concept more clearly. For example, students push objects using small and large forces. Then, they compare the results
And now we move to the why is this effective. This approach is effective because students do not only listen, but also observe, practice, and learn from their peers. And as a result, their understanding becomes deeper and more meaningful. And this illustration shows why this learning approach is effective.
This approach is effective because students do not only listen, but also observe, practice, and learn from their peers. As a result, their understanding becomes deeper and more meaningful.
In conclusion, the implementation of social learning theory in teaching force and motion can make the learning process more interactive and effective. Through observation, practice, and social interaction, students are not only passive listeners, but active participants in the learning process. They are able to understand concepts more clearly because they experience them directly and learn from both the teacher and their peers. This approach also helps improve students' engagement, collaboration, and critical thinking skills, which are important in modern education. Therefore, applying social learning theory in the classroom can create a more meaningful and impactful learning experience. I hope this presentation gives a clear understanding of how learning theories can be applied in real classroom situation. And thank you very much for your attention. Have you a great day.